Good afternoon, everyone. We are Group 5, and today we're going to talk about Unit 10, a last minute change. Here's are the outline, and I'm Chodan. I'm in charge of warming up vocabulary and scenario work, and Xiaoshen is in charge of preposition exercise, high and low context culture, conclusion, job assignment, inside story, and references, break time and comment. And Yuchen is in charge of discussion questions. Activity 1, best commentator and feedback. So let's move on to warming up. There is a question. What are the general considerations when planning a convention? I'll give you 2 minutes to think about the question. Okay, time's up. Super. Yes. It's
Could you repeat what they say? Don't just say yes.
place and budget. Then I'll separate it into 3 parts. Before the convention, during the convention, and after the convention. And before the convention, the first one is logistics, and the second one is deadline. For during the convention, the first one is attendee engagement, and the second one is feedback collection. After the convention, the first one is presenter appreciation, and the second one is planning for the future events. Here's the second question. What problems might you encounter when planning a convention? I'll give you 2 minutes also. Okay, thumbs up. Does anyone have answers? Time arrangement. Correct. Yes. Technical problems. Someone who is out of correct.
What did she say?
She said someone doesn't know what is happening right now. And I also separate it into 3 parts. Before the convention, during the convention, and after the convention. Before the convention, the first one is budget constraints, and the second one is team coordination. During the convention, the first one is technical issues, and the second one is presenter no-shows. After the convention, the first one is post-event evaluation, and the second one is lessons learned. So let's move on to the vocabulary part. Please repeat after me. Sinister. Overactive. Hectic. Cross. Cross someone's mind. Fort.
Forte. Forte.
Forte. The first one, sinister. It means that making you feel that things bad or evil might happen. For example, nothing sinister, I hope. Please repeat after me. Overactive. It means producing too much of a substance or reacting too quickly. For example, nothing could possibly be worse than my overactive imagination. Please repeat after me. Hectic. It means full of activity or very busy and fast. For example, I tried very hard to persuade her to come, but she just said that things were getting a bit hectic and she really couldn't make it. Please repeat after me. Cross. It means annoyed or angry. For example, I totally understand your frustration, but it's not the time to get upset or cross. Please repeat after me. Cross someone's mind. It means if something crosses your mind, you think of it. For example, wait a minute, a couple of names have just crossed my mind. Please repeat after me. Forte.
Forte.
Forte. It means a strong ability, something that a person can do well. For example, she has been in industry for more than a decade. Retail management is really her forte. Please repeat after me. Then let's move on to scenario 1. Hi, Sue. Can I have a word with you?
Sure, what's the matter? Nothing sinister, I hope.
Well,
What? Oh, please just say it. Nothing could possibly be worse than my overactive imagination.
it's Dr. Deluxe. She rang yesterday and said that she may not be able to attend the convention.
You must be joking, but she's one of our keynote speakers. How could she change her mind at the last minute?
I know, I tried very hard to persuade her to come, but she just said that things were getting a bit hectic and she really couldn't make it.
But how can I find someone to replace her at such short notice? I can't believe she did this to us. It is so frustrating. Also, I've already sent out an email to all the prospective attendees stating who the keynote speakers will be.
I know. I totally understand your frustration, but it's not the time to get upset or cross. Can you think of anyone else who would be interested in giving a speech at the convention?
Oh, Nick, I don't know. I can't think of anyone just now. Wait a minute. A couple of names have just crossed my mind. How about Mr. Martin Lynch? He's a senior store manager of AMC Company. Or Miss Emily Irvine. She has been in the retail industry for more than a decade. Retail management is really her forte.
Both of them sounds perfect to me. Would you mind contacting them right away?
Not at all. I'll give them a ring immediately.
Cheers to that. And please keep me posted as to any new progress on the invitation.
Well, do talk to you later.
See you. Next, I'll give the floor to Chaoshun.
Okay, let's talk about preposition exercise. First one, can I have a word you? Again. 1, 2, 3. 语节 Yes. Repeat after me. Can I have a word with you? Number 2. I've already sent an email all the prospective attendees stating who the keynote speaker will be. 字尾
I've already sent out an email to all the prospective attendees stating who the keynote speakers will be.
Yes. Repeat after me. I've already sent out an email to all the prospective attendees stating who the keynote speakers will be. Number 3. Can you think anyone else who would be interested giving a speech at the convention? Again. 1, 2, 3. Justin.
Can you think of anyone else who would be interested in giving a speech at the convention?
Oh, yes. Repeat after me. Can you think of anyone else who would be interested in giving a speech at the convention?
Can you think of anyone else who would be interested in giving a speech at the convention?
Number 4. She has been in the retail industry more than a decade. Retail management is really her forte. Again. 1, 2, 3. Again. 3. 诗婷.
She has been in the retail industry for more than a decade.
Yes. Repeat after me. She has been in the retail industry for more than a decade. Retail management is really her forte.
She has been in the retail industry for more than a decade.
Then I will give the floor to Yuchen.
Now I'm going to talk about discussion question. Please look at the bottom of page 71. And the first question is, what do you think are the key ingredients for choosing an appropriate keynote speaker for a convention? And let me talk about famous speaker first. Famous speakers are well known and respected in their field, and they often have a large of following and can attract a large of audience. However, their fees can be high. and they may not be as knowledgeable as the expert speaker. And expert speakers are highly knowledgeable about their field and can provide in-depth insights. However, they may not be as well known as famous speaker and may not be able to attract a large of audience, but their fee are typically lower than famous speaker. And question 2 is, how do people decide who to invite to an international convention? What are the criteria involved in making these decisions? And the first point is, I think choose the right person for the speech is very important. And like what I just mentioned, how do you know if you're going to choose a professional speaker or a famous speaker? And I think the budget is the key point. It depends on your budget and your audience. If you want to attract a large audience and generate if you want to attract a large audience and generate excitement about your conference, a famous speaker may be a good option. However, if you're looking for someone who can provide an in-depth knowledge on a specific topic, and I think an expert speaker may be a better choice. And now let's move on to activity 1 part. And I have listed a few examples. And the first example is speaker or guest cancellation, and it might lead to the meeting cannot proceed as planned. And my solution is we can invite backup speaker or guests. And the second situation is venue or dates change, and it can lead to attendees feel disappointed or frustrated. And my solution is notify all participants immediately and arrange alternative venue or date if possible. And the third situation is technical issues. It might lead to organizer suffers financial losses. And my solution is hire professional technical support and conduct tests in advance. And the last situation is natural disasters or other emergencies. And the troubles can be meeting cannot proceed as planned. Attendees and staff may be in danger. And my solution is develop emergency plans, including evacuation and communication plans. And I will give the floor to Xiaoxuan.
Okay, let's talk about high and low content culture. High content culture, as we know, there have 3 points. First one, indirect communication. Second, non-verbal communication. And the last one, implicit. As we know, Japan and Taiwan are the high content cultures country. On the contrary, the US and Germany are the low content culture countries. And they also have 3 points. First one, direct communication. Second, straight to the point. And the last one, explicit. So, I'll give you 2 examples about Taiwanese parent and American parents. First, when you're doing something stupid in America, your mother maybe says stop or stop it. But what will happen in Taiwan? Does anybody want to guess?
You best.
Not really.
What did he say? Could you repeat?
You best her.
Oh.
Nope. She may be. What do you want to say?
I will
Taiwanese or Asian mom probably would count to 3.
That's right. They always count to 3, but she never really count to 3. They only say 1, 2. Okay, second. When your mom need to wake you up in the morning, in America, your mother say, "Hey, wake up." But what will happen in Taiwan? Does anybody want to? Alright.
It's already 9 o'clock. You're already late.
Yeah, sometime. But I think my mother, they won't say anything. They just open your door, open your window, and turn off your fan. So, in this chapter, a last minute change, we talk about some vocabulary, warming up, and scenario 1 preposition exercise, and discuss some question for you. And activity 1 and high and low contents culture. We hope you enjoy and learn something new. Okay, here is our job assignment. I'm in charge of preposition exercise, high and low contents culture, job assignment, inside story reference, break time, and
References.
and break time, comments, and feedback. Chodan is in charge of warming up, vocabulary, scenario 1, and feedback. Yuchen is in charge of discussion questions, activity 1, best commentators, and feedback. So this is our inside story. Our first meeting was on March 14th at library from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. We allocated everyone's duty, discussed warming up, vocabulary, scenario 1, and preposition exercise. And second meeting was on March 18th at library from 10 a.m. to 12 o'clock. We discussed discussion questions, activity 1, and high and low contents culture, and conclusion. And the last meeting was on March 22nd, online app from 11 to 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. We discussed references and final check. So this is our references. Let's take a break. Please come back at let's come back at 4:05. Okay, let's come back at 4:10.